So I am less than 24 hours away from my first spring break as a teacher, and I am so excited for the bell to ring tomorrow and to walk out that door and to be headed home. But with spring break aside, this week I want to talk about assemblies and field trips and how they're supposed to enhance kids' learning and development, and all I've seen is it is not enhance, kind of not help, hurt kids' learning, hurt their opinion towards school. So we're going to start out with last Friday. At my high school, one of the classes, they put on a fashion show, and they go around to local businesses and collect and get tuxes and dresses that they rent out to the school, and it's all, to help them with their class and for the school to get to see the latest fashions for prom. But now I'm going to complain. So it was scheduled to be about 40 minutes, but it went a lot over. I want to say it went over. It was probably about an hour and some change. We had some ballerinas. We had an all-girls singing group from Virginia Tech who came and sang, and then we had the fashion show. So, I was very excited because my kids have been talking about it for weeks. They've been wearing shirts to promote it. So I had, since I do teach seniors, I had a lot of my students in it, so I was very excited to be there to support them. So, as I'm sitting there, I'm looking around, and we had been to another assembly about diabetes a while ago, and the auditorium was full. There wasn't a seat open. But on this Friday, half the sections were empty. And granted that, half the senior class was putting on this fashion show, there was a whole lot more of empty seats than just the seniors. So my first reaction was, wow, this fashion show that's supposed to, be a great thing for the school, half the school's missing. So the day went on and I gathered from people, a lot of kids just didn't come to school because they didn't want to see these kids strut their stuff and show off the fashion. So the ballerinas are finally finished and the fashion show is supposed to start. It was a little bit ridiculous, I'm not going to lie. They had, they tried to make it like having an MC, and the MCs were ridiculous. They had trouble getting their lines off, and instead of the kids being excited, the kids just kind of made fun of the MCs. And then it started, and yes, the dresses and the tuxes were beautiful, but they're all out of everyone's price range. I don't know any high school senior or parents who should or would be willing to pay $500 for their daughter to have such an elegant gown. If they are, I think they're ridiculous. So we had our first set of sets of runwaying, and then we had a little intermission, and then we had another set of runway. We had another set of intermission, another set of clothes, intermission, and then we had to have that grand finale. So in total, something that was supposed to be 40 minutes ended up being another half an hour extra, longer, which screwed up the day. So as the classes are released, I had this large project due. To be assigned that day, and I needed them to get in groups, and I didn't even think that the kids just wouldn't show up. This assembly was done after first period. Well, these kids were excused till fourth because they had to go take back their dresses, they had to take back their tuxes, they had to take pictures. So my second, third, and fourth, I was missing half my class. So I was excited, thinking, oh, 6 and 8, I'll get most of them back. Well, I had my first day of lunch duty on Friday, and in the cafeteria I saw that the senior section was pretty much empty. So my 6th and 8th period class, I was teaching to about a fourth of the total that I normally have. So what was I supposed to get accomplished on this Friday? These seniors took it upon themselves that they were so tired that they had to go home. What was I going to get done? I explained it to the few that were there, and they started going, but for the few that were there, it was really difficult for them to start going if they were planning on being a group with 2 people who weren't there. They didn't want to make decisions, so I lost a day. So then this week comes, and instead of we had an assembly, but what messed up this week was field trips. I thought that field trips were supposed to add on or enhance and promote relevance and, just to enhance the students' learning. But for my class this week, it did nothing but just cause problems. I had some kids go to D.C. on Wednesday. I had other kids that went to a field trip on Tuesday and that they're going to be gone tomorrow. How are they supposed to get anything done? And they look at me like it's my fault. that I'm the one that didn't give them enough time. Enough time, I gave them a week. They're the ones that are just floating off to go to some farm, or they're going here. I mean, do they not realize that there's other stuff they have to do? So they tell me not to worry about it. But today, we have another assembly. It wasn't as bad as the trip to Paris. It was a little corny, but the kids took to him, so they kind of paid him more attention than the fashion show. More kids showed up due to his reputation. So overall, this was a better assembly. I heard it was state mandated, so the school had to do it. But it shortened the periods again. And so the kids thought they were going to have this long 40-minute period, and they didn't have anything. So who gets blamed? Me. Did I bring the people in? No. Did I want an assembly? Nope. Not my fault. But there it is. They're not done, and it's my fault. I know I'm fortunate enough that, if this project didn't get done, it wouldn't have been the worst thing that following Tuesday after spring break, even though it would have been hard to get their brains thinking on the right topic. We could have done it because I don't have SOLs and my schedule is so free, but I'm kind of worried next year that if I am an SOL teacher, I will snap on these assemblies. I don't want to fall behind. I'm accountable for their scores. I don't want it come May and I'd be like 2 weeks behind, and when I look back on my schedule, 2 assemblies this week, snow day that week, field trip this week. Yeah. I'm nervous about that. I don't think when you're a student you realize what field trips and assemblies do to teachers teaching and your overall learning. So this was like a wake-up call. Granted, for me, it was nice because on Fridays and Thursdays with seniors, they get a little difficult, so these shortened periods for me are sometimes good because that's less time that they can whine and complain. I can plan for the shortened periods. If we get it done, we get it done, and that's it. So for me right now it's good, but I know this is a wake-up call for the future. So although I seem a little bitter, it was a good wake-up call, and I feel like I'm more ready. So tomorrow, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the bell to ring and it be 2:25, and I can head home. And I got 3 weeks left to go after break, and it's kind of bittersweet. They're starting to grow on me, but so yeah. So that's it, and yeah. Bye.